There is a liquid that costs less than a fast food burger. And in the right formula, it can clean the same carbon buildup that dealerships charge $200 to $300 to service. And here is the part that should make you angry. In far too many cases, that expensive fuel system service starts with something shockingly simple, a bottle poured into your tank, behind a closed service bay door, wrapped in complicated language so it sounds like classified engineering. They did not stop teaching simple maintenance because it failed. They stopped teaching you because it worked too well. Today, we are opening that vault. We are talking about the chemical that actually matters in injector cleaners. Why carbon forms on injector tips in the first place. Why some cheap bottles are useless. Why a few formulas actually work. And the exact at-home protocol that can save you from paying luxury prices for a basic maintenance step. Stay with me, because what comes next is where the story gets heavy. Welcome to Cheap Fix Lab. This is where we crack open the vaults that billion-dollar industries welded shut. This channel is for homeowners, car owners, DIYers, and anyone tired of being treated like a walking subscription model. Not because you are lazy, because the system learned that confusion is profitable, and today we are exposing one of the simplest examples of that in the modern auto world. Let's start with the problem. Your engine does not just burn fuel, it atomizes it. That means your injectors are designed to spray gasoline in an extremely fine, controlled pattern. When they are clean, the engine runs smoother. Idle is steadier. Cold starts are easier. Throttle response feels sharper. Fuel burns more completely. But over time, heat oxidation, short trips, cheap gas, and ordinary combustion leave behind deposits. Tiny ones at first, then more. Then enough to distort spray patterns. That is when people start noticing the symptoms: rough idle, hesitation, slight stumble on acceleration, lower fuel economy, hard starts, sometimes even a check engine light if things get bad enough. Now here is what most people assume. They assume injector cleaning is some highly specialized, mysterious process available only to certified technicians with sacred tools and access codes. Sometimes, yes, severe cases need professional diagnosis. But in a huge number of mild to moderate cases, the first-line treatment is brutally simple. A detergent chemistry added to fuel. That is the part nobody says clearly, not because it is complicated, because simplicity destroys markup. To understand why this matters, you have to go backward. Long before modern dealerships turned every maintenance item into a premium ritual, fuel chemistry was already a battlefield. As engines became more precise in the late 20th century, automakers and fuel scientists ran into a stubborn problem. Deposits. Not dramatic failures, not exploded engines. Something worse for engineers and better for service departments. Gradual performance decay. The kind of problem that makes a car feel older without looking broken. And that is exactly the kind of issue industries love, because it creates endless recurring revenue. By the 1980s and 1990s, detergent additives in gasoline became a serious engineering focus. Not for marketing, for survivability. Injector nozzles were getting smaller. Fuel delivery was becoming more exact. Emissions rules were tightening. A tiny amount of deposit could now create a noticeable drivability issue. So chemists began separating the pretenders from the real cleaners, and one chemistry kept standing above the noise: PEA, polyetheramine. Not because it sounded impressive on a label, because it could survive the heat and actually help break down stubborn, combustion-related deposits instead of merely washing the easy stuff. That is the dividing line in this whole story. Not every injector cleaner is equal. Some are perfume for your gas tank, some are chemistry. And the auto world has made a fortune pretending those are the same thing. Quick pause. Because this channel exists for one reason: to preserve the knowledge that used to be normal before every basic skill got fenced off behind a paywall. If you like videos that expose hidden DIY fixes in auto repair, home maintenance, pest control, and off-grid preparedness, get inside the Cheap Fix Lab. That is where we organize the methods, checklists, and field-tested protocols in one place, so you do not have to hunt through a dozen tabs and corporate nonsense pages just to solve one ordinary problem. Because once you realize how many premium services are just simple compounds plus theater, you stop seeing the world the same way. Now let's get to the hard science. Here's the part nobody talks about. When you buy a random bottle that says Injector Cleaner, the label on the front is often doing emotional work, not technical work. The question is not whether it says cleans injectors. The question is, what is in it? A real detergent has to survive a brutal environment. Heat, pressure, combustion byproducts, metal surfaces, microscopic passageways. PEA matters because it is known for deposit control under high temperature conditions, especially where cheaper detergents can fall short. That is why serious enthusiasts, experienced mechanics, and informed DIY owners look for it specifically. Not hype, not bright packaging, the chemistry. And here is why viewers need to hear this clearly. A dealership may package the outcome as if they are performing deep engine sorcery, but if the service is fundamentally add an effective detergent to the fuel system and let combustion cycles do the work, then what you are paying for is not magic. You are paying for access, confidence theater, and margin, massive margin. That is why two bottles on the same shelf can have radically different results. One may contain meaningful cleaning chemistry, the other may mostly contain carrier fluid and marketing. This is why people say, I tried Injector Cleaner and it did nothing. Sometimes they are telling the truth because they did not buy chemistry. They bought branding, stay with me, because now we get to the money. This is where the story should make you furious. Imagine a dealership service menu, fuel system service, $189, $229, sometimes more. The customer hears that and imagines advanced equipment, proprietary formulas, a senior technician, something almost surgical. But in many routine cases, the entry-level version of that service begins with a chemical product that costs a tiny fraction of the invoice. So now add labor packaging, add inspection language, add shop overhead, add the power of the service advisor saying, we recommend this today. And suddenly, a simple maintenance concept is inflated into a high-margin event. This is the same business pattern we expose again and again on this channel. The subscription model villain, not always literal monthly billing. Sometimes it is psychological subscription. You stay dependent. You stay unsure. You keep paying for small things because you have been trained to believe basic maintenance is forbidden knowledge. And the industry loves that, because a customer who understands chemistry is harder to invoice than a customer who only understands fear. Now, let me be precise here. Not every shop is dishonest. Not every fuel service is a scam. Some vehicles really do need pressurized rail cleaning, diagnosis, or parts replacement. But the core truth remains, a huge amount of consumer ignorance in the auto world is not an accident. It is profitable. Now, I need to be honest with you. This is not a magic bullet. If your injector is electrically failed, physically clogged beyond recovery, leaking, mechanically damaged, or your issue is actually ignition-related, vacuum-related, sensor-related, or fuel pressure-related, a bottle is not going to resurrect the vehicle. And if the engine is already setting severe misfire codes, running dangerously lean, or has obvious hardware problems, you need proper diagnosis. This method works best as a first-line DIY move for mild roughness, preventative maintenance, slight hesitation, reduced smoothness, or suspected deposit-related drivability decline. That honesty matters. And because trust is built by telling people where the edge is. And now that you know the edge, here is the exact protocol. Here is exactly what you do. Step 1, Buy the right cleaner. Do not just grab the cheapest bottle with flames on the label, turn it around. Look for a product known for PEA-based detergent chemistry. The front of the bottle sells emotion. The back tells the truth. Step 2. Check the bottle instructions for treatment size. Different products treat different fuel volumes. Some are designed for nearly empty tanks, some for partial fill-ups, some are concentrated. Do not freestyle the dosage. This is important. More is not automatically better. The correct ratio matters because you want effective cleaning concentration without treating the fuel tank like a chemistry experiment. In step 3, add it before fueling if the directions call for that. Why? Because the incoming gasoline helps mix the cleaner through the tank more evenly. Step 4. Use fresh fuel from a busy station. That reduces the chance you are stacking old fuel problems on top of deposit problems. Step 5. Drive the car normally, then include one longer drive cycle. The cleaner needs circulation, heat, and time. Short 2-minute trips are not the ideal test. A solid drive with steady operating temperature gives the chemistry a fair chance to work through the system. Step 6. Do not expect instant fireworks. Some people pour in cleaner and expect a cinematic transformation by the next stoplight. That is not how real maintenance usually feels. Sometimes the improvement is gradual over a tank. Step 7. Monitor real-world signs. But watch idle quality, cold start behavior, light throttle smoothness, acceleration hesitation, fuel economy trends over the next tank or two. Step 8. Repeat only as directed. Do not turn every fill-up into a detergent festival unless the product specifically supports that usage. Periodic treatment is different from random overuse. Step 9. If symptoms remain, escalate intelligently. At that point, move to diagnosis. Scan for codes, inspect plugs, check air intake condition. Consider professional injector testing or fuel pressure testing if needed. That is how smart DIY works. Not blind faith, not blind fear, a measured first move. Now let me give you the simplest version possible. If your engine feels slightly rough, has mild hesitation, and you suspect deposit buildup, the first at-home test is this. Buy a reputable PEA-based fuel system cleaner, use the correct bottle-to-fuel ratio, add it exactly as directed, run a full treated tank, and evaluate results before spending hundreds. That is the protocol. Simple, boring, effective, and that is exactly why it is never marketed as exciting as it should be. Because exciting people do not stay dependent. Here is the key insight. The secret is not that there is one magical mystery liquid. The secret is that the industry trained people to ignore the only question that matters. What is the active chemistry, and is the problem actually the kind chemistry can solve? Once you understand that, the fog clears. You stop buying labels, you stop buying fear, and you stop handing over dealership money for entry-level maintenance theater. That is the real vault we open today, not a bottle, a framework. So no, the truth is not pour random solvent into your gas tank and become a backyard engineer. The truth is better than that. The real power is knowing that a lot of expensive automotive services begin with simple chemistry. And once you understand which chemistry matters, you can make smarter choices than the system wants you to make. That is how you take back control. If this video helped you, subscribe to Cheap Fix Lab and share it with someone who is about to pay hundreds for a fuel service they do not fully understand. Because every share preserves knowledge that industries profit from burying under jargon. And the next vault gets even heavier. We are talking about the maintenance item that mechanics upsell every year, even though the actual fix costs less than a cup of coffee. I will see you in the next one.